Hey guys, it's Tony with Backwoods Biker Magazine and Wood Tramp Outdoors. We dropped that video on the BattlBox mission number 71 that included the Esee Uzulu 2. We received a bunch of emails asking us if we'd seen any other Esee knives that we could recommend. Hang tight. Alright guys, welcome back. As I said, mission number 71 with BattlBox, and it included in the Pro Plus Knife of the Month this Uzulu 2 without the micarta scales that we've actually put on here. We installed these on here. Without it, it's just the Uzulu, and it's a skeletized knife that you can paracord wrap it. You don't have to. A lot of guys don't. A lot of guys do. But we opted for the micarta scales. You know, it fits my hand really, really well, and it's, you know, it reminds me of a patch knife. I should have brought some more patch knives down to, you know, to compare them, but it's not all about this knife this time. It's about your questions concerning other Esee knives. But this is a cool one. I'll leave this out of the sheet and just leave it laying right here. Okay, but we also got this guy right here. This is the Esee S35VN stainless version of their tried and true SE3. A lot of military personnel carry these, especially pilots like these as their belt knife, their survival knife. I've heard a lot of them say that they really like the SE3, but this is the SE3 S35VN, and we've been using it for about 6 months, and I got to tell you, wow, it is an awesome knife. It has a superb build, outstanding performance, didn't let us down in any way, shape, or form. We do have an article coming up on this particular knife right here, so that is an option that we could recommend if you're wanting a smaller knife or a secondary knife. Would I make the SE3 my main EDC? Not at all, because of, you know, I'm not a pilot. But when I go out into the bush, I want something a little bit bigger than this, you know, maybe 4-inch, maybe 5-inch. And usually it's not bigger than a 5-inch blade. But this one here is a great one. What I have learned to like is this SE. It's the SE6 with the 3D scales on it. And these are G10 scales that have been sculpted to fit your hand perfectly. Now, I've said a lot of times, I do not like to take knives out that are, you know, usually in this category or bigger. Because a lot of knife builders, what they'll do is they will build these out of 025 high carbon steel, which is, you know, a 1/4-inch steel. That's a lot of hunk to be hanging on your side. And if you do any humping, any amount of humping out in the woods, you know, the more you got on you, the more it's going to wear you down. You know, every ounce counts. That's all there is to it. Ounces lead to pound, and pounds leads to pain. So I like a knife that is, you know, about this thick, which is probably about 3/16 is how close this is here. It might be a little different, but it is perfect, man. I mean, it's one of those utilitarian knives that it can do a lot of things that a smaller knife can do, but because of its length and its build, it's made out of 1095 high carbon steel. It's very stout. It can do a lot of chopping. It can do a lot of batoning. You know, the 3 can do batoning also. I've done it, and it takes it well. But this is an all-around size of a knife that if you're looking for something a little bit bigger, this is the guy that you want to consider. The prices on these, you can go to SEKnives.com and find out all the prices for them. But I can tell you this, that they are very, very reasonable. You know, maybe we'll shoot the prices up there for you so you know what they are, so you don't have to run after them. But these are three of the knives that we've seen from Esee in the last year or so, of course with the Uzulu being the newest one. But here's what you get whenever you're buying something from Esee. This is a company that's been around for long enough to have established themselves as a premier knife builder here in the USA. A lot of knock is given to them because they make production knives. But I got to tell you, just because they make production knives doesn't mean they can't do it well. Buck has done it for years. As, a lot of companies, Columbia Knife and Tool, Columbia River Knife and Tool is one of them. Ontario Knives is another one. Benchmade, those are all production style knives, but they make premium knives. But what sets these guys apart? This is the truth from my perspective, is that the guys that are on their design team actually knows what it takes to build a knife and what type of scenario those knives are going to be used in. That's very, very important when you're buying a knife. That's one of the other questions we get. What should you consider as critical points when buying a knife? Every knife is different because it has to be made, not made for you, but the application has to be for you. What are you going to be doing with it? Where are you going to be using it at in regards to the environment? Those types of things. And that's what I'm telling you. There at Esee Knives, Randall's Adventures, those guys are in the thick of the stuff. They know what it takes to be able to count on a knife. What has to go into a knife. That's what you get out of Esee, is some very, very well thought out designs, thought out materials, everything. Then lastly, I would have to mention the warranty on these. Every Esee knife comes with a lifetime warranty. You send it in, if it breaks, it chips, whatever, you send it into them and they will either repair it or they'll replace it for the lifetime of the knife. That's not your lifetime or anybody else's lifetime, but if the knife lasts 75 to 100 years, you send it into the company and it's broke, they're going to take care of the knife for you, because that's the bedrock of their guarantee. Great customer service there also. Now this isn't a commercial just for Esee. I don't get paid anything from Esee to mention their knives, but these are the knives that you asked about. You wanted to know if we'd seen anything, could we recommend. This trio right here is three of the finest knives that you could find for the money. This guy here is under $80, I believe. I don't know if that includes the micarta scales or not, but I believe it's under $80. This knife, again, I'm going to put it up there. I'm not going to make a misquote, but if you're looking for some decent Esee knives, these are the guys right here. I've been carrying this Esee 6 for the past 6 months exclusively when I'm out. It doesn't show any wear hardly at all on it. I've sharpened it one time that I sharpened it, and it was with the Work Sharp field sharpener. Put it on just the fine diamond and then the ceramic, and of course on the strop after that. So this knife is a great knife. Who would be a candidate for this knife? For a knife this size, I'd say any outdoorsman that's going to be doing any type of bushcrafting, shelter building, fire lays, traps, triggers, things like this. And if you want to take it to another level, if you happen to be an operator or you're looking for a knife to add to your kit, as somebody that's in an AO somewhere, this would be great. You could make sniper lies with this. You could make man traps with this. That's how hefty this is. It can do the job. So we could recommend that to you. If you are just a wood tramp out there looking for a medium style knife that you could do bushcraft skills with and process game, you could baton with this. We've done it. You're not going to baton a 6-inch log with this, but you can baton and buck up firewood, get it all going. And then if you're looking for a nice little patch knife, neck knife, this guy right here, the Uzulu, is really a neat little knife. and they've done a great job on it. So listen, I hope that video has helped you out here, and we do appreciate all your support and all the kind things that you say, and especially your emails. So keep them coming, and until next time, you guys ride free, you live free, and as always, you be safe out there.